Good evening, welcome to a night of Dota 2. We are going to watch actually only two best of ones here tonight because we are in the loser bracket for this matchup, and actually looks like the load actually succeeded. So yes, we're going to have ourselves the first game real soon. We're going to have loser bracket matches. Now the first one is going to be 0Respect, who is going to be facing up against Cleve. Now, if you were only watching the stream up until now, you will not have seen Cleve, but they got dropped down to the loser bracket by Hehe or Hey. I don't really know how to pronounce their name properly.
It's definitely Hehe.
Hehe. Okay, well that at least you know, that clears that up. And yeah, 0Respect. They got dropped down by the retry.
Didn't they get dropped down by Rocks?
Maybe they did.
No, sorry, Power Rangers, but they took a game off them.
Remember? Power Rangers.
ZXC went Invoker twice
Yes.
to win.
Yes. Okay, so that is the first one that we're gonna see right here, and we're gonna start off well right now because we're actually inside the draft. Where's the button? There we go. We're inside the draft. We have got 0Respect playing from the Dire side for this game, and we've got Visage as the first band from them, and of course you already heard him, but it's my co-caster Vikrmont. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, it's not morning for either of us, but
is it not
sure.
morning for you?
We'll go with it. No.
Oh.
It is only morning on the west coast of the United States.
Oh, well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How you doing today, Shiver?
Well, I had some very unfortunate pub games today, which put me in a pretty bad mood. But
I'm
then,
sorry, like ranked or unranked?
Yeah, ranked. 3
Yikes.
solo ranks in a row, which, like, I was doing good, at least in 2 of them. And then, you know, and then in comes team.
Yeah.
But I turned off my computer. I unplugged my internet cable.
Holy shit.
I made food and I baked a dessert. Yes.
What'd you bake?
I put like cherries with sugar and like kind of like pastry stuff in the oven. It was good.
Damn.
And
I really
watched America's Next Top Model.
What a good show.
What a good show.
What season? What season?
I don't know. It's Americans and Brits in the same show.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty recent.
You watch it? You watch America's Next Top Model?
I think that was maybe 1 or 2 seasons ago. It was British Invasion America's Next. Of course, I watch America's Next Top Model. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
I just don't know. Yeah. Okay.
The show's so good.
Okay. Well, it was fun actually to watch. I have to say, it is, you know, entertaining, maintaining.
It is. The sad thing about the Americans versus British seasons is that the British are so much better. Like,
yes.
It's not even close.
There's only one American left. And the one that's left
like
is like a bitch. She is not friendly at all.
Well, that's the modeling industry for you. We should probably get back to this.
Yes, we should get back to the game. So, 0Respect, they still have Fada with them. I believe Lobster is Fada, if I'm correct.
You mean Funzy?
Funzy, sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, the other F guy from previous things. Yes.
Yes, I think it's Funzy. I saw him in the lobby.
Yeah, me too. So, but he changed his name. So yeah, that's Funzy. So I always am excited to see him play. It was a nice surprise to see him play previous time, and even though of course he did get to be in the loser bracket, he did give us some enjoyable games.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the game they took was very convincing. He played an amazing Magnus. He had a little bit more trouble on, I think Shadow Fiend or whatever he was playing in the second and third games, but so far their lineup is pretty solid. I mean, both these teams are pretty good. I think 0Respect has the advantage just because they have Funzy, who's quite a high-level player.
Yeah.
But Cleve are okay. We've seen they took 1 game off Hehe in their loss.
Yeah.
And the last time I really watched these guys was a while ago. I think I saw them in the finals of the national tournament. And they lost 3-2 to Flipside in the grand final, but they played well.
Well, I'm excited to see them play here. I have to say, I was happy with their logo because it's a Claymore, whatever. It's a Battle Fury, so
Battle
it's
Fury,
you know, it makes sense.
It does.
Got all happy from
I
that.
like their little team, like the logo they have here with the. It looks like it's cleaving. It's smart.
Yes.
Good logo.
Yeah, from their name, from the team name. It's
pretty stable too. These are the same 4 of these 5 players I saw in the national, and that was like 4 or 5 months ago. So.
Oh, I always enjoy stable teams. Like 4FC, for example. They might not get to the top 4.
R.I.P.
Well, no, they have recovered. They're still
Right, they're back.
They're back. There's still 3 of the same team that were there before.
Oh, really? It's the same team. Okay.
And even Krilly is still in, so they can still call themselves.
Such as 4 friends plus.
Yeah, it can still work.
They just upgraded to 5 FC, and he's in a coach role.
Yeah, no, it's 4 FC still. Oh, actually, it's 3 FC because I don't believe they have a solid 4th yet. 5th.
Okay,
rather.
Fair enough. So who from the old team is gone?
I don't know, like off the top of my head. I don't have your memory.
Miley, right? The guy who plays Kunkka all the time?
Yeah, I believe, yeah. And Caracas is there as well still.
Okay,
or he's one of the new ones, I believe.
Yeah, he's... So Morphling for Cleveland. 3rd pick, no less. It's definitely 6.80. Everybody's like, oh, like it's like a pub patch. They've changed a lot of pub, and that's true. But one thing that we have seen that was very, very not true in the 6.79 meta is this re-emergence of some of the hard carries, especially as their spells get buffed to the point that they can clash a little earlier than they used to. So like Void's back,
yeah,
AM's kind of back, Morph is back.
I have to say, I think
Spectre,
it was yesterday, like the first best of 1 game I saw. Yeah, it was that one. So I saw a best of 1 loser bracket game yesterday. And it was can't remember the 2 teams because, like I said, my memory sucks. But it was 2 teams that normally play very aggressive, and they had anti-mage versus Faces Void on safe lanes. And I
yeah, dude.
You know, my first thought was like, you know, this sucks. Oh, it was next please versus the retry. I thought like this does not fit these teams. This does not fit the play style, and we're gonna have a long drawn out game. But then at minute 2, people started ganking, and everything went crazy. It was arena Dota, really.
It's still this current. It's still the same style of play, just with heroes that scale a little better later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still clash. I mean, the new Void ult definitely lets you clash. Like you don't even always need Mask of Madness to frag people at 6. You might just be okay doing it. And so yeah, I know. I think even with those heroes, all the buffs to their ultimates and the buff to Morph being able to cast in waveform, like all that lets them clash a little earlier and a little more reliably than they otherwise would. So I think it's good. It increases the potential pool of heroes in the carry role to beyond Luna.
Yes.
And it definitely means that we see more variety while still retaining like an exciting, solid play.
Yeah, and to be honest, Faces Void was the team that lost yesterday, and they had this whole wombo combo, because I think of the hard carries, Faces Void is one of those heroes that even if he doesn't really have a lot of farm, if you have heroes that pair up really nicely with his Chronosphere, you don't really need specifically Faces Void himself to be really fat.
No, absolutely. As long as you can take advantage of it, as you said. Oh, here we have Lifestealer, so a very old school draft in general. But we do have Puck's going to be carrying Lifestealer mostly. They still have room if they really want to get French with it to take like Quap if they want to have like clock support. But I doubt it. It's probably just going to be clock off, Lifestealer, Veno, X safe. They could take something like Enchantress if they wanted.
Yeah, I have to say, like, pretty cookie cutter from their point of view. However, on the side of Cleve, this actually starts to look more like a Magnus offlane, or
probably
better yet, like they have Bane and Alchemist, which is
oh, okay.
You know, they have that. That's a roaming combination right there.
It is.
I think. And what would you say about an aggressive tri lane with either Magnus or Morphling?
Probably not. I don't know. Like, it's not a terrible idea, but it's really risky. If your Bane, like if you don't win that lane very early and your Bane is stuck at level like 2, Bane is extremely useless. Like he's just a walking nightmare, which is actually what he is no matter what, lore-wise, but you want a little more than that in terms of the mechanics.
It's like that was the worst pun ever, but you actually made it work.
No, but like seriously, Bane in this game, especially now that Lifestealer's on the field, desperately needs to hit 6 pretty fast. So I think it's probably more likely that they've banned Rubik. Like look how much space they've cleared for this Bane. Like he's got to do well.
Yeah, I do like their drafting order, because I was fooled. I thought Magnus was going to be the one mid, but because they picked up the Magnus, that was actually like they 0Respect banned out the Bristleback because they were expecting an offlaner to still get picked up. And then in comes Templar Assassin, the counter that you would normally ban out against the Puck if you were to ban one mid, if they knew there was a one mid to be banned out.
No, it's I think it was 0Respect had to know that it was at least a possibility that they would dupe the Magmid, because Magmid against Puck is not a very fun time for the Magnus, and it delays your Arcane Boots and your Blink. So it was always possible that they would put somebody else against Puck who's going to have a better matchup. And I mean, TA, equal skill TA at high level is going to win that lane pretty handily.
Yeah.
It's not an easy lane for Puck. Actually, if the Puck is much higher skilled, he can crush, but like it's not like a brainless lane for TA.
It's true. Do you think that's Doom?
You're right. It looks like aggressive try.
Oh,
I was wrong.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wow, that makes me feel better.
Unless they're just level 1 ganking, but I'm not sure.
What's that ball on his feet? I've never seen.
It's the ball and chain from the
Oh, suspicious.
It was a while ago. I think it was from international chests.
Okay. Because it looks very uncomfortable, I have to say.
Well, yeah, he's got shackles around his hands too. He's like life stealer.
I know the shackles. I have the shackles even. Wow, they find themselves lobster right here. This is gonna be Funzy's death. Oh! Just a phase shift out. I don't think it's gonna save his life, but it's a nice attempt. Couple of right clicks needed for him to be taken down. One more actually.
Another phase shift.
Another phase shift. He might actually survive.
Dude, he's like fine.
Well, one phase shift would kill him off.
Or
not.
Wait.
Oh no, he's dead.
Right.
First blood on the board,
now.
but in comes the Gale. Up on 2. Bane is already completely out of mana. Can't really do anything to help his team out, but there's a refraction for the Templar Assassin, who can try to get some of the hits done and can be also aggressive. We've got ourselves almost a second kill, Creo. He'll be okay. He'll walk away. Open wounds coming out so that Jarrell can buy some time for his team. Venomancer tries to make it back to base as well. Gets another Gale off. Still goes down, but the Gale hit on 2. Oh, 1 denied. 2 denies. That is going to be the downside of having Gales up on your enemies. And oh my god,
They denied both?
He denied both. He got both of them.
Oh my god.
This
Cleave team came to play.
Yes. This is, yeah, that happened. Like, that's the worst deal for 0Respect, because like, I really thought they were gonna get at least 1 kill out of that one. And that Gale, well...
That Gale cost them so much.
Yes. Because even without the Gale, they would have died.
That's
at least
the negative, like, $600 Gale right there.
Yep. We've got ourselves a Lobster and a couple of issues again. He's actually gonna be the one on the top lane here. He'll die again. Nightmare followed up by the Alchemist Sun. I mean, that's a combination that we've seen before. But that's Funzy dead for the second time.
Yeah, so I guess... Did you introduce Cleave,
I didn't introduce anything. They just started fighting.
Yeah, they really just went for it. five deaths already at 1 minute 20.
Yep. That's the way this game's gonna go, apparently. I like it though. For Cleave,
me too.
We've got Adash. He'll play the Morphling here on the top lane. He did not pick up any of the kills, by the way, just assists, but he is doing very well.
They didn't get wait for him.
Yeah.
He skilled before they ganked, which I don't know if I agree with, but it's okay.
You never know how successful your gank is going to get, but then again, you kind of have to imagine that it will be successful. We've got.
I mean, it went super well.
Yeah.
So what am I saying?
We've got Roger playing the Bane. Here with the setup hero with the Nightmare. Stress will play the Alchemist, pull on the Creep Wave away so that his team can perhaps dive Lobster again. In the middle lane, we've got ourselves Low Pick, Templar Assassin. We've seen this player, of course, before on different CIS teams. This time solo mid on the Templar Assassin. And on the bottom lane, also a player that we've seen a lot of is Hakon, playing the Magnus here on the safe lane, off lane, or safe lane solo lane, I should say.
I think Hakon is the captain of this team, actually. What nice, really nice skewer there.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have mana for the Shockwave as well. So yeah, for 0Respect in the off lane, it's going to be Wiz. And then in the mid, they're doing a dual mid against this Templar Assassin, and this is just really heavily punishing against Lolik. Like, this is a horrible lane for TA, but he's doing okay. Jarrell's on the Lifestealer, their carry player.
Before you
Veno.
Introduce something else, there was a smoke. Doom is trying to run from this one. He's walking inside the acid spray. And Nightmare will make sure that everybody is in range to get some more last hits. And in comes the Venomancer, though. But, well, he gets a Gale up on 2. Went nice and all. We'll see how much it will work out. Yeah, we do. There's no Templar Assassin around, though, actually. She went the other way for the rune. And, like, you saw Stress. He really wanted to get that deny. It looks like Stress is going to be in a lot of issues as well, though. They'll pick up both. And both go to the Lifestealer as well, so that's important to note.
They did get the Doom, though, right?
They did get the Doom, yes.
So yeah, Creo did die in that fight. He's playing Doom. And in the top lane, it's Funzy under the name Lobster playing the puck, having a not an easy time either. So yeah, 2 kills is actually really great. The Lifestealer would have been quite behind on levels because of the dual mid, but he was able to catch up because of those kills, and now he's actually ahead of the TA on XP, despite a 2v1 lane.
Yeah, guys, what is your opinion on the lanes here? Obviously, both teams do something that we were not really expecting. I mean, aggressive Trilon from Cleave, yeah, that was maybe... You know, you could guess it because of the support duo, but putting Puck on the safe lane, putting a dual mid with the Lifestealer and the Venomancer, it's not really normally done. So what's your opinion on that? What's your take on that?
I think it's an unusual selection, but I actually think it's very smart laning, and if they hadn't given up 2 kills for nothing at the very beginning, they'd probably be pretty solidly ahead. The trade-off here is like, okay, if we put Puck against TA, Puck's going to lose that lane. And TA is going to be very dominant and potentially take over the game early before our Lifestealer is really ready. So let's give the Morphling all he needs. Like, let's have Morphling can free farm a little bit, but we'll dominate the middle lane. And that way, before Morphling is big, our Lifestealer and Doom can just win. And I think it's a smart call. Because even Lifestealer solo... Oh, no, never mind. Doom's in trouble again, though. Like, this jungle Doom is the one thing that really worries me. Because he's just getting crapped on.
Yeah, he is just dead again. For the second time, we do have Funzy coming in to see what he can do. But this time, I don't think he's going to get a kill out of it. He will get helped soon, though. And there is a Venomancer with a double damage rune on the way. As Alchemist pops a self, so he'll be okay. And it looks like Bane will be fine as well. Like, just getting a rest out of the jungle.
I think this Bane and Alk are really doing just so much work for them in terms of getting Doom out of the jungle. Like, he's so far behind. It's 5 minutes. Doom is only level... Well, he's level 4, so he's actually doing fine. But you can see he has no farm. Like, he doesn't even have boots.
Yeah.
He's lost all of his jungle farm.
He died twice. So it's just sad.
Lolik is doing amazingly well because Veno and Lifestealer keep fighting the jungle. So, like, he's got 23 last hits. Like, Veno Nakes is, like... an overload of anti-TA stuff in the mid, but he's still farming.
Whoa, I missed that one. We have Alchemist diving for the Puck, actually getting the kill for as well. Looks like it was solo, yeah. We did have an assist, though. I think that Adash hit him a couple of times, harassed him away. Okay, Roger was not involved in that, however. One thing that, of course... sorry, go ahead.
No.
Because Hakon and Wiz are still 1 versus 1 in Pittsburgh, actually, or 1 versus 1 in bottom lane, rather. I'm not in Pittsburgh, what the hell. We do have Funzy coming around, though. Hakon is gonna be in some trouble. He doesn't have mana for a skewer, so... this is just
Funzy.
him. Oh, Salve, the battery assault, not fast enough. In comes the Alchemist, making very sure that he's not blocking Hakon even for a second. Brilliant movement there, and actually, that rotation, perfect.
Yeah. That's really smart. Honestly, Cleaver's just playing better right now. Oh,
haste for Michelle, though. Gale coming in as well. Now he has a Skewer, however. He might be able to get himself away. No, he'll die. He will get silenced up by Funzy. Now Stress is in some trouble, out of mana as well. Still managed to throw out a stun, but just for harass, and we'll try to hide near his tower. However, the wave is pushing in, so I am afraid that he will not be safe.
If he had blocked successfully with the ward, then it would have been possible to kill the Alk, but because he missed the block, it's not possible. That was an important kill, though. I mean, like, Funzy's so far behind that they need to try to get him XP. And unfortunately, actually, because Clockwork's out of health and mana, and Puck doesn't have any mana, they have to walk back. So this Puck is nearly useless. And Jiral's in a lot of trouble. Like, he's taking a lot of damage. He's forced off the lane. So I don't know. Yes, they get a kill, but I don't think it was worth it. They rotated a lot. They spent a haste rune and more free farm during that time. It's actually pretty scary for 0Respect, I feel.
Yeah, and they had 4 heroes bottom just now, so...
And they got, like, a Magnus.
And they got a Magnus who normally is doing okay even on the offlane. He's just there for levels. If he gets farm, you know, that's nice and all that, but he doesn't necessarily need it to make a big impact on the game. As long as he can get his RPs off.
I agree. And they have a pretty cool RP. Ooh, nice hook shot.
Yeah, gets himself the Bane. Level 4 Bane. Will still have a Brain Sap, but that's not going to be enough to keep him up. And that's one of the troubles, of course, with their lineup, because they've been rotating around. So Bane is still level 4. Alchemist is, however, level 5. So they're still easy pickups for Clockwork, with or without a Lifestealer. As long as they're at least getting levels, then the Bane will still be easy prey.
For sure. That was good play by Clock there. If they can nullify the Bane and he can't get ult and can't hit the Nyx, then it's definitely the main point of like happy situation for 0Respect. The problem is, even if Bane is under level, Cleave can still do stuff like RP into Alk stun into waveform, and that'll clear everybody, including the Lifestealer, out.
Yeah. The Wombo combo potential is great in this one. We have another smoke up for Roger, and for his.
The vision's really bad.
Yeah. Coming from the low ground, yeah, and now they're actually in some trouble because we have an immense rotation coming into the jungle from 0Respect, making sure that because they need that jungle to be safe. Doom needs to be able to farm. He's still level 5. It's not going to be having a big impact on the game at anytime soon. And at the same time, Morphling free farming away, no problem. Alchemist actually,
I mean,
gets a stun up on a Venomancer. No follow up though.
Next thing about the Doom pick is, no matter how badly he's doing, until Lincoln's comes up for Morph, like,
True.
all he has to do is, like, fart in his general direction and he'll shut the Morph down.
Yeah, well, for now, I have to say, like, Morph, you can just evade him. Right now he's landing against him, of course, but Morph is doing very nicely. He's highest on last hits, not highest on net worth, because that is actually the life stealer, especially now that he's also picked up his Hand of Midas, but he was of course the one that picked up both of the kills earlier on in the jungle. The Doom's up, a dash, cannot get away from this one. Will be trying to do whatever he can before he dies. Oh, the 3-man RP, and Skewer gets only 2, but the pulse comes out. It's actually Venomancer.
Are you for real right now?
DC from the Doom, who is stuck in the RP anyways.
What a pause. What a pause.
What a pause. I mean, Puck made it out of there good, but this stun that you see in the air is gonna fly out on both of them, and they're both gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're gonna get out
it doesn't change that much. It's just incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
And Morph, to his credit, as soon as he had the disable on him, like before the Clockwork was even in vision, as soon as the Morph was stunned, he started the Strength Morph. So he lived a lot longer than he otherwise would have. That's the only reason that this Magnus initiation actually worked. If the Morph dies much faster, you see 0Respect just run away and be able to make it out without the Magnus having to an opportunity to respond. So well played by A-Dash, even though he did die.
It's the only thing you can do. Fast reactions for, like, until he has his Lincolns, of course. Fast reactions. Yep. Do you think that him dying for these two heroes, is that worth it? I mean, it's a Doom as well as a Clockwork that would die.
It is. If they give both kills to TA, which I think they can, he can just meld right now after the Unstable Concoction hits. The Clockwork is worth a little extra gold because it's actually on a killing spree. Yeah. So the TA is going to get like 800 from this.
Oh, TA is going for the puck? No? Okay. Doom will die, and actually Clockwork might be Shockwave. Oh no, there it goes. He still dies. Puck at the same time went down as well, though, and that one was given to TAA. Yeah.
Even when it's your one roll, 3 for 1 is perfectly fine.
Yeah. So they take down everybody. They have their whole lineup here for Cleave, so they used 4 heroes. So I would say, like, get your tower after that as well. Would be the first tower to go down as well, so some extra gold. Yeah, Morphling. I mean, if you are gonna die as a Morphling to the Doom spell, that is, well, then this is probably one of the better scenarios that you can think of.
Almost ends up being a pseudo bait, even though they were not expecting, I don't think, the Clockwork gank. So they probably take a tower as well. I mean, I think Cleave have really come to play, like we said at the beginning. Like, nice first bloods with the double deny, that was sick. They missed the tower last hit, which is really too bad, but it's not a huge deal.
Do you think that the 2 kills earlier on in the game made a super big impact on how it's going right now?
I do think that they made a little bit of a difference because Alk was able to get some of that gold and have a really good start with fast boots. Yeah. Fast boots for Alchemist is amazing, especially now that his night vision is a little worse, because you do need to be closer to actually make sure that you land the stun. And Alk has had a major impact. He's been part of 8 of 9 kills, and he's level 7. He's almost at Blink. Like, he only needs 500 for it.
He has the same. He's the same level as the solo safe lane for 0Respect.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I do think it mattered because Alk has been able to do a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Fiend's Grip from the high ground. Jarrell, one of the is the highest farmed hero on the map. Picked up just like that. That was the first Fiend's Grip that we see.
His Midas is off cooldown. He's going to lose almost 45 seconds off of it.
Which is very impactful this early on in the game.
Yeah. No, I think it's an enormous kill. And Bane gets the kill too, so he gets a little bit of gold for his development, and he's almost level 7, which is the perfect Bane level.
On the bright side, we've got ourselves a smoke up, or bright side for 0Respect, that is. Smoke up for both Doom and for the Puck. There is a lot of backup coming in though, and Doom is gonna get scouted out. He does have the Doom, he goes for it on the Alchemist, so he'll end up stunning himself, but Alchemist is gonna try to position him so that Doom will get stunned as well. Actually, that does not work. It is the Doom that still gets the stun off, or the kill off, but I don't think it matters all that much. They came there for the Morphling, and they're not gonna get it. A-Dash actually stuck in Cogs, doesn't have a waveform, but is morphing into strength, so we'll be okay for the moment. Double RP comes out, steal the kill from the Flare. Goes the way of the Clockwork, as Lolek does not have enough or cooldown left for a refraction, and will almost take a fall. Nightmare. No, that's
plays.
Oh, the plays. There he is. The Cogs make sure that he is no longer involved. They don't have detection, do they?
Part 2 in an ongoing series.
And Nightmare. This is gonna be okay for Khalif. I mean, they're gonna keep their TA alive. In comes Alchemist again, back from the dead, gets a stun up on Wids, and in comes A-Dash as well. If he wants to, he can also escape into his illusion. For now, he'll just harass Wids away. Wids, rather, without the T. But, I mean...
They just can't catch a break, man.
No!
Like, they didn't get Morph or TA. And Magnus still finished Blink, even with the death, so like it's a perfectly reasonable reverse polarity just to save Morph on his part. It's the thing about the Morphling, like, if you don't get the silence off before he starts, like, he doesn't really care about disables, like, as a carry. He really just cares about silence. So the Doom has to come early, and it has to come down hard.
Yeah.
You can't Doom Alk, like, I know you want to, and it's great that you got a kill on the Alk, but...
You came there for the Morphling, you came for the Morphling for a reason.
Precisely.
And yeah. I mean, kill is a kill. I guess it's nice that they're at least getting something out of that rotation because, you know, it looked for a moment that if they went in earlier, like if they were less patient, they could have gone in earlier. Oh, Magnus, already dead here on the top lane. But might be a return kill though, as an Alk Stun still comes out on Wiz, who will go down, and Nightmare up on the Venomancer to be safe for later. Fiend's Grip on Jaral. And that is gonna be Lifestealer dead, Veno in trouble, and 3 heroes for one Magnus. There's like, this is going from bad to worse. Like, this is starting to look extremely bad. The gold grab is not really showing that it's this bad, but with Morphling not dying, with Lifestealer now dying twice, and with the Doom not getting his ganks off properly, how are they gonna get back?
I mean, who's got the late game, right? It's gotta be Cleave. I'm really surprised. I mean, I said, like, this should be a good match. Like, Cleave are a pretty legitimate team, but they're playing, like, the substantially better team. Like, they're just out-skilling 0Respect in these fights, which is surprising to me. Like, they're definitely just playing straight up better. Yeah,
it's impressive. And I'm feeling slightly ashamed that I hadn't seen them play before, because I was, I have to admit, kind of biased when I saw this best of one being played for the loser bracket, and then, you know, but I am pleasantly surprised, and they're playing really active as well, which is always enjoyable to watch.
Yep.
It's
this is better than the last time I saw them. Definitely stronger as a team, and that's the team stability. I feel like longer you play with people,
that helps.
You can really be more than the sum of your parts. But 0Respect have been pretty stable for a while too. True. But Funzy is relatively new to it.
Yeah, of course, one of the more experienced player on their team, but maybe in the team itself, indeed, hasn't been around for that long. They are still playing okay, though. It's just, do you feel right now at this point is going to be turning into an outpick rather than outplay?
Well, I think they
should
just
this go on the way
them
it is
throughout
right
the
now?
game. I think 0Respect's draft was okay. They just Funzy died so much early, and Creo, the Doom, died so much early that it became very difficult.
Nothing is impossible, however, so 0Respect...
No, they can still win.
Yeah. And they're actually grouping up, which I think is the right thing to do, because they've proven now that, you know, they can't really do proper ganks. Or at least not with the response times that Cleave has. So I like that they're trying this. Maybe trying to bait out some rotations from Cleave to take a gank off the back of it, but... They take a tower. Doom gets a gold for that. Very needed as well, as he is the one to get his team back. And he is probably the one to go for the mechanism for his team as well, because Venomancer is going to be busy with warding and dewarding and detection. And
I'm just kind of... Funzy, by the way, like, he's going slow power treads or something. He's got double null. Like, when your solo lane Puck is Bracer Gaming and has basically given up on the dream of Blink, like, that's rough. It looks like he might try to get a kill or two and get the Blink off of that and then go back for the power treads. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
They know, I think.
No, I don't think they do. They know that there's something coming, that Cleve probably has something up their sleeves.
Yeah.
But if they knew... Oh, he gets 4 of them! That's gonna be a massacre right now. Puck already dead. Venno drops. The Doom is still up on the TA, but the Phoenix Script comes out on Giral, and TA is trying to run. We'll get the Knight, though. The Knight, our 3rd hero tonight in this game. Creo might get Hakon, and it looks like he will. At least it's 2 for 3. They're getting something out of this. They're getting something out of this, which is more than I thought that they would be able to get, as Roger is making the plays again. Nightmares and Feebles, so nobody can actually kill him. Oh, the level death still stopping his teleport from going through with that mini stun. 3 for 3 in the end, which, I mean, one of them is a deny, of course, on the side of Cleve, but yeah. I thought that was going to end a lot worse, to be honest, for 0Respect.
Yeah, it would have, the Unstable Concoction came too late. They could have definitely just chained them both together, and then I think it would have been an easy team wipe. But the Unstable Concoction came quite late. As a result, they had time to Doom, they had time to react, so... Well, really well played to 0Respect. Like, yeah. That's the whole thing, like, worse players might have this sense of, like learned helplessness when that happens. Like, oh, whatever, I'm just taking my hands off the keyboard because we're all dead. But they reacted very well as soon as they saw that they weren't getting chain stunned with the Alchemist, so... a little bit of a slip-up by Cleve, but... I mean, it's not like it wasn't a disaster. TA got denied, so it was really 3 for 2, and
yeah, and it's good for us because now we're gonna have the Dust. Venno coming in to help Clockwork by taking a skill. Sentry as well as Dust, slightly overkill, but kill nonetheless. And that was a dominating streak for Funzy's Puck, and he is very close to his Blink Dagger right now.
Yeah, that was critical to actually get the Blink, because he died again in the last fight. He was 0-6.
They're gonna go for the Morphling as well. Dream Coil coming off as well as the Doom. They want to go for A-Dash. He does morph into Strength constantly, so he is very tanky. And his team, though, is very far away.
I think.
Almost. Yes, he's fine. He can. No, he's not fine.
Why didn't he wait for him?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't think it was off that far. Bane realizes he is done for if he would stick around, so he teleports out. By the way, that Bane still got the Puck. So
wow.
from the low ground. So at least he gets something in return for that.
I think it's actually fine. Like, yeah, the Morph dies, but he loses no gold because he finished his Lincolns during that whole fight.
Oh.
And meanwhile, your Puck is held off of his Blink Dagger even farther. So it's actually... It looks bad, but it's actually a pretty good trade for Cleve. I just think Morph, if he had waveformed, the instant Doom came off, would have lived.
Yeah, I think so too.
He had the mana.
Yeah, he did have the mana. So, well, nonetheless, I think you're right. I mean, Puck was so close. I just mentioned it, and he was like at 19... Like, he was almost at 2k. And now he's back to 1700, which is... you know, it's still gonna be...
Funzy, honestly.
Gonna be closer.
He's had the horrible time.
But yeah. I mean, we're 19.5 minutes into the game. It was a solo safe lane Puck. Fair enough. Up against an aggressive tri-lane. And he did have not an easy time, but...
Got first blood out, yeah.
Yeah, but he's still... He is very far off. I actually would argue, like, don't try to go for the Morphling until you have that Blink ready.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, they did get the kill out of it, at least.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died. And he didn't get any gold for... that either.
No, wasn't anticipating the Bane. We have a Lifestealer infesting inside the Clockwork, so they're gonna look for a hookshot. Let's see what they're gonna get with that. They don't have extra vision here, by the way. The vision is for the Templar Assassin and for her team because they have the ward up. But there's actually no observer wards anywhere on the map on the side of for 0Respect right now. Only a sentry. Oh, blink forward, Stress! What are you doing with the Blink Dagger there, buddy? He blinks in, thought it was just a Clockwork. Lifestealer jumps out, a Fiendskirt comes out on Geraldo, and an RP on 2 as well. And that's gonna be a skewer back. Geraldo in some trouble, Brain Step to death. Venomancer will be the next one to drop. Wiz is gonna run his little legs out of this place because otherwise he would die too. We actually still have Bane now, he's gonna teleport out.
It's actually a really good trade for 0Respect on the whole because Doom and Puck pick off Morphling. So Morphling, that was I don't know how he died there.
The Doom was used. I guess so.
I know, but he has Lincolns. What did they? I guess they level death successfully to remove the Lincolns and then doomed him. Anyway, Morph caught out basically, and they don't even get the Doom. I thought they might, but he realized that they don't have a second stun and got out.
Yep.
So Doom is actually coming back with a vengeance after having a rough early game.
And
he's now up to level 12. Yeah, and he has 5 kills all of a sudden. He's doing well. Yeah, actually, I don't think. Yeah, Cleaver definitely not out of the woods. Like 0Respect are putting up a really good fight.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the gold graph, I mean, the difference really has been in favor of Cleave the whole time, but the numbers don't really mean that much. Like 2.5k.
Net worth.
The gold
Lifesteal
earned.
is still way up.
Yeah, and experience is about 1.5k in favor of Cleave, which is nothing at all either. And yeah, if they can get those bombs off with, I mean, this one failed obviously. Clockwork and Lifestealer did get slightly called out, and we have a lot of movement on Cleave's lineup because blinking Alchemist, blinking TA. You know, it's not easy to deal with, but if they can get those ganks off, potential's
absolutely. And a little bit of a drafting issue here too for Cleave. If they really wanted, if they knew they had the Morphling, so they probably should have gotten rid of Doom. Like, it's just so much unnecessarily harder to play Morphling against Doom than it is to just have any other hero that's not the Doom. Like, I don't know of any hero that is as hard to play against as Doom is for Morphling. I guess Silencer, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe Global Silence, perhaps.
Global Silence, like, chained into Last Word. There's a lot of silence. But, like, I don't know. I really think, like, Doom is the worst.
Yeah. 5-man smoke, by the way, for Cleave. They are even bringing their Morphling along. So no farming for him. This is kind of obvious. Considering there's nobody
they can kill. They have a trillion blink daggers, don't they? Like, what the hell's this guy gonna do?
Yeah, he's not gonna do anything. Templar assassin with the last hit, even though A-Dash did try. But oh, good 5-man smoke, and still it is Lifestealer with the highest net worth on the map, so definitely a worthy target to gank this way.
Yeah, I think it's a good kill. He's gonna lose another like 35 or 40 seconds off his Midas, which slows down the distance that he keeps in terms of net worth relative to the Morphling. And the TA is a big factor as well. I mean, if you're going to be dooming the Morphling every fight, that means the TA is going to have mostly free reign, so you either... Oh, actually, free kill on Elk.
Yep. Try to deny
their wording is bad, that's the one thing.
Yeah, and the thing is... Oh, wait a second. Adaptive Strike now. It's just towards the low ground with the 4-staff, and the Doom comes out on A-Dash again. In comes an RP, though, up on 3. And that's going to be Puck already gone for. A-Dash decides to just turn around and starts hitting people because he might as well. And it's going to be Michelle who's going to be the one to drop here to the Morphling. Up more hits needed. He
does 64 damage a hit.
He's morphing into strength so much that he's basically hitting like a kitten right now, yeah. He still got the kill in the end. Doesn't die, by the way, which is important to
Diego
note.
resents that. Diego's very good at Dota.
Well, he doesn't hit like a kitten. That helps. He's a full-grown tiger right now, you know?
Right, that's true.
Bash already on Lifestealer as Bane just experienced the full effect of that. I guess, I mean, it's a good trade still for Cleave because they only lose Alchemist and Bane and they get a Puck Lifestealer, and on top of that they had the Doom used, Lifestealer, and Morphling does not die.
Yes, certainly true. And Morphling even picks up a kill by staying in the fight. He finally did get that, the Venomancer, which is very important because he really wants to be getting that shotgun soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going for shotgun.
Well,
I have to say, I'm not entirely convinced by the shotgun. Like, I like it, but it's only Venomancer that's really squishy. And Puck can maybe phase shift a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if he phase shifts, he phase shifts, but if he's in, like, if he's stunned or something, then you can kill him quite quickly. Even Lifestealer, honestly, like, when he's in the Fiend's grip, you stand a decent chance of just being able to shotgun him down. I agree with you, I'm not sure. I think eventually he's going to need a lot more tanky stuff, like Scotty or something, but it's a pretty good Scotty game in my opinion.
We have another smoke up for the team. 5-man.
TA's BKB should be done? Yeah, it's done. So that's actually a pretty big deal. This is going to really pressure them to use Doom on her instead of Morph, which gives Morph much more free reign.
Yeah. And Tia's been doing a good job this game, by the way. I mean, up against the dual lane, she's 5-2 and 10.
Yeah. Lolek's been kicking ass, I agree.
Oh, they find someone. Nice cogs, though! The nice cogs indeed. And Wiz with his haste rune. Oh, he's never been more happy that he had a haste rune. Oh, they find some other people, though. We have a Fiend Skip up in Jirao from the back. Poison Nova still comes out, but it doesn't matter. With the Lifestealer dead, that's already a worthy gank right now. Morphling might, or sorry, rather, Magnus is still going to get picked up on the other side of the fight. Wiz was able to make that happen. But with getting Jirao, that's a worthy trade right now. Maybe Dream Coil up on 3 and Doom. He does not have his Doom, but it doesn't matter. He still can throw out a mean punch. Funzy will still go down. Lolek turns on his BKB, making a difference here. Jiral's already back in this fight. Bot back just to be here. And they do see him, so they make him run for it. Open wounds, no refraction until 1 second. Oh my god, that damage. Too much. Triple kill for Wiz in the meantime. Gets the Alchemist.
Clock's amazing.
And it is a Morphling that is going to be the last one surviving for his team. He will be able to teleport himself out. But
Clock is...
Ooh.
Yeah. Clock is completely carrying them. Clock is by far playing the best. Right now, in the last, like, 10-15 minutes, Wiz has been the best out of these 10 players in terms of performance. Like, he was all over that fight. Cogs at the beginning. Like, every single one of his cogs served multiple purposes. He cogs here to make sure that the other team is forced back into the position that Lifestealer and Doom are entering. And then he gets all the way around here, he gets a kill, he comes back, he saves the Doom with another cogs. I mean, unfortunately, they push too far. Like, they don't have Clock with them, so they shouldn't fight, because he's their best player. Like, don't fight without your best player.
This is true. They did force Jarrell to buy back, right? He did buy back. Yeah, he bought back. And they are going to kill him again, actually.
He's dead. This was... Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
No, wait, they can wait for him to the high ground.
Yeah, but then comes Clock again! Life-saving, and Infest now Jarrell is back on full health, and now it's A-Dash to have a lot of problems for himself, and he's very low on mana, actually. He's out of mana, so no longer morphing into strength all that much. In comes Alchemist, though, with the stun, Fiend's Grip up in Jarrell as well, and that should be enough for the kill. Now Wiz in trouble, puts up another cogs. Should be able to walk away from that, but blink forward from Lolek, who came to the fight as well. It is just Arena Dota all once more here on this top lane. Force step forward, in comes Stress with the stun, gets it off in time as well before he stuns himself. And Clockwork will, in the end, fall, and that is 3 dead for just a Magnus that they managed to get still on the top lane. In which case, Cleave, even though like that fight was taken by 0Respect, they stayed too long. This was definitely a case of overstaying your welcome.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm reading Clockwork's blog right now, and he has an entry called "Team Too Heavy" from about 10 seconds ago. So
he has a blog.
No, it was a joke. I'm just saying that the team, he's carrying the team, and they're very heavy. Like, there's so many mistakes being made by every single player that's not Clock. Like, even in the last fight, Funzy completely whiffed Waning Rift, which would have auto-wiped them. Like, that's much better. That's a solid gank.
Alchemist still dies, though.
Like, Doom and Lifestealer running ahead to try to take the tier 2 without Clock there, like, those deaths were completely unnecessary. And, like, Clockwork died only because he came and saved the Lifestealer. Yep. Like, team's so heavy for this Clockwork.
I didn't think it was a joke because, you know, I wouldn't put it past you to actually start reading someone's blog because you can multitask, so...
Do some,
you know?
Do some in-game research.
Multicasting, multitasking. I wouldn't be surprised by it, to be honest. And I mean, it's a French team, and they already have mad blogging, so I figured, you know what, maybe more Frenchies are blogging, you know? I'm generalizing my opinion right here. Yeah.
I mean, the fact is that 0Respect are really, now that they have the Orchid on Puck, this is actually an amazing pickup out. He had that, he had a very early, what's my problem? I always forget the name of the 450 gold intelligence item. What's it called? Robe of the Magi. So he had a very early Robe of the Magi, and I was like, huh, that's a really strange time to build power treads. But he built it into this Orchid, which is good against Morph.
Yeah, an extra silence. Why not? If you don't have a Doom available, or if you're, like you said, forced out to Doom on the Templar system because he's the one with the BKB, then that's great. And
yeah, no, I think Funzy's back in the game. Even 1 in 9, like, this is the sign of a good player, that he's found farm. He's the second highest last hits on his team, but even though he's 1 and 9.
Yeah, just to put emphasis on that, he's almost 1/3 of his team's deaths.
Yeah, like, he's 1 and 9. But, like, no, like, still, he has Blink Orchid. Like, how many, I don't know, every time I'm 1 in 9, I have Boots and half a Bracer.
Yes. Yeah, it's impressive that he still managed to find farm. And, I mean, to be honest, every time he died, or at least most of the times he died later on in the game, at least there were kills taken in return for him as well.
Yes. And his one kill was like a kill streak breaker for 650, I think.
Yeah. That is true. We have to go again. And this game, even though I would have put it into Cleave's hands a while ago in this game, 10 minutes ago perhaps, 0Respect. They've proven that they can fight this just fine, as we do have Clockwork, again, trying to pick up a kill. Bane is not gonna die. Actually gets a Brain Sap off still as well, so gets his health back, and Wiz should be able to get himself out of there. We do have Morphling coming in, though, and Morphling... I know, he does... I was thinking perhaps he has his... Oh, hello, Puck. I was thinking perhaps he has his Ethereal Blade ready, but he doesn't. Templar Assassin still gets to... kill, and that was not worth it. And that is a RP up on the clock, and a disconnect for the Alchemist, who ends up stunning himself, by the way. So I was already wondering why he was not throwing out the stun, but he stunned himself. Cause
I don't think they can kill Clock. It seems very difficult. Well, is TS Blink up? No, it's not.
No, but they have.
He doesn't have Hook.
Blink in 5. I think they
don't
can.
have Skewer.
Skewer
it's tricky. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I don't know how he escapes, so never mind.
And Morphling can morph
try to force
into his illusion as well, and he will be right on
That's
top
true.
of that.
That's true. He can morph adaptive or something. Does he have adaptive? He doesn't have adaptive, but he'll have it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Actually, if they kill Clock and Morph gets the kill, his shotgun's done. That's something.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it shotgun if there's no ethereal blade yet, though. And like that's just a punch.
I mean, he can finish it. He can finish it if he gets the clockwork kill.
Oh
right now,
yes,
is what I meant.
Yes. Oh, he definitely could. Why is Aurora positive and deep shit? This is true. I have to say,
it's a reasonable question.
This is true. Second time or third time?
I think the second, but it could be the third. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the RP.
I'm kind of worried. I feel like Lifestealer is going to get really like they've been relying every single time on just having clutch Bane Fiend scripts. But if Puck keeps picking Bane off, and Bane never hits that BKB, the Fiend script shouldn't last too long because they have many people that can interrupt it. Doom, Level Death, Battery Assault, Hook Shot, and Waning Rift, and Orchid. If Bane doesn't hit BKB and they can't rely on keeping Lifestealer out of the fight, I think Lifestealer can pretty solidly straight up 1v1 Morphling.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, Morphling's higher level, but all he has is like a Lincoln's and maybe a shotgun. Lifestealer's got Basher and Quirus and...
Yeah, we do now have Morphling higher net worth than Lifestealer, though.
Yep.
Like, there's... like, with Ethereal Blade, I think it's a great item for nuking people, but... Soon
if
they're
the
going to
script,
be throwing more out of a punch, like in right clicks. Like
yeah, eventually he's going to need stuff like Scotty, I really think. And like Butterfly, blah blah. But
Manta, get out from that silence from the Orchid.
Manta's critical, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. The only thing about Manta is you can't use it while doomed, but definitely Orchid.
Yeah, you can't get out from the doom anyway. I mean, he has to accept either... Because he's going to get doomed up. There's 4 staffs on the side of zero respect to make sure that that Lincoln's is not going to be an issue.
Right.
And I think, like... or open wounds, rather. You kind of have to accept that you're going to get doomed. You just have to have...
I guess so.
The strength to live through it.
I mean... In theory, this ultimate orb on Magnus could either go into a Scythe or it could actually be a second Lincoln's. So I don't think it's necessarily a settled question that he's going to be doomed every fight. For one thing, I suspect they may want to doom the TA and Orchid that Morph on some fights if they don't see Manta. But either way, if Magnus does finish the Lincoln's and he applies it to Morphling at the right time, like it's a big question of Hakan. Like it's a very tough execution check, but if he can do it.
I wonder who's gonna
see. I told you it's like a calculation. Clock's not 100% doomed.
He's not 100% dead. He's sitting on 900 health. He has a blade mail, which you can still activate.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to live. But he does have cogs.
9 stick charges.
Yeah, he's got cogs. He's got 4 staff. I believe Shiver. I believe.
I want to believe. It's very difficult though, because where is he gonna force have himself to? You want to force himself off a cliff?
High ground.
High ground where? Does he want to be on the top of the cliff by himself? He doesn't. He doesn't have a TP yet, so
yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, Alchemist can't reconnect.
Oh, that's what that says.
So that's bad. Yeah.
I think Clock might then just be saved. Wasn't there? Didn't we find out that the saves were done every 30 seconds?
Yep.
In which case, Bane would still be alive and Puck would still be alive.
Yikes, yeah, you're probably right. Wait, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was 8 seconds ago that Puck died, so it was at 35. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
And Bane died 4 seconds ago? That can't be right.
Well, he died... Puck died later.
14 seconds ago. So Bane would be dead. He would be dead 1 second ago. And Puck would still be alive.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bane is
you can
13,
count.
So...
It's okay.
Yeah.
Calculations are correct.
Did you see this all chat?
I think you skewer. It's 3 seconds. He's close.
Yeah, this is
scarily
This guy's
close.
so good.
Because if he would be stream cheating, he would say 3. But now it's 2. Maybe 3.
Still, like...
Oh, I'm invisible on you, says the Venomancer. And he's actually not in range of words. What's this?
This on you, so take care of my... Plus, of course, Veil. Of course, Veil.
Yep.
I'm in...
They want to save his life. I find it admirable, to be honest.
Unfortunately, Lifestealer is on camera for Radiant. Yeah,
True.
he's within their sight range.
Yes, they do see him.
It's illusion time.
Morph illusion. Good job there.
Right,
yeah, they'll buy that plausible. One. Oh, it's nice tries. Although we have to just, like, if he can't reconnect, set that he disconnected, because that would be very bad. But they are talking like they are still expecting this situation right now to be played out.
The last I heard was one of the team members of Cleve, or the admin or something, told them to try to reconnect through the IP, through like the game IP or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't able to just rejoin using Steam.
Okay. Well.
But maybe through the console it'll work. I'm not sure.
It could be. It could be indeed. Sorry for cat sounds. Decided to wake up. Here we go. Yeah. I just figured out that if there is going to be a pause, I will at least make sure that people will see the draft again with the right positions on the mini-map overlay of how the lanes were done. I do find that the laning definitely played a big part in 0Respect's kind of revival from the early game. I mean, that lifestealer getting that farm. Of course, the top lane went shit, and you know, mid lane didn't go really well. But if lifestealer would have been top, that would have been even worse. Because then Puck would have lost middle, lifestealer would have lost top, and Clockwork Magnus is doing he would do the same thing as now, and he would still be carrying his team, but he will have less backup from the lifestealer, and the same amount of backup from the Puck.
Yeah, no, I don't think their lanes were bad necessarily. I do think the first blood cost them. The early boots on Alk really let him pressure. Like, he had one basically solo kill on Funzy.
That one Gale. Yeah,
that one Gale. The $600 Gale. Yep. Negative $600 Gale, yeah. No, for sure. It was a huge deal that they didn't get 2 kills back. It was 2-0 right from the beginning. Crazy. And TA did quite well against the dual mid as well. Better than I was expecting. Should be a really rough lane for her. I mean, even Lifestealer's solo is okay against TA, because Feast means that he takes 2 off every auto attack, but with the Veno it should be real easy.
Veno was distracted a lot, of course, by the Bane and the Alchemist. Which
he was, absolutely. They were ganking Doom so much that they had to rotate a lot.
Poor Doom. Well, Doom recovered a bit as well. Doom is sitting on a Blink Dagger on the Vlads, which he just picked up. Maybe that has the mechanism, of course, for his team, which we already knew we had, but you know, it's important things. We have a mechanism up on Cleve yet? I don't think so, do we? Have I missed it? Where's the... Oh, there's the button.
Sorry, what?
No, there's no mechanism up on Cleve.
Yeah. Bane is trying to rush that BKB, because that's almost more important.
Yeah.
And Alchemist could make an... I'm actually kind of surprised Alchemist hasn't made it. But after his great start, he's actually down to... He's died 7 times now.
Ouch.
The thing about Alchemist support is it's pretty tough to play later on when people get better mobility, because you end up stunning yourself a lot and you die fast.
Yeah, and that's of course why he was forced into a Blink Dagger instead of a mechanism as well. Just to make sure that he can keep up with everybody else that blinks. What are they saying? Remake load 29 minutes. I'm safe! Wiz lives! Wiz lives! Yay! That's gonna be awesome. Well, we have got ourselves then a short remake, people, so stay tuned. I'll let you look at the draft / who is playing what, where, and stuff for a little bit. Well, not who is playing what, just who is playing where. Just to let you look at something while we get a remake going. 29 minutes, so that 29 is... Bane is not dead. Puck is not dead. The person that Clockwork ganked is not dead. Who was that?
Sorry?
Who did Clockwork gank? Why was he there? Was it Morphling? Yes.
See, Morphling, Illusion, and Magnus were there. Clockwork was just coming to help the Puck, I think. But then Magnus blinked forward and RP'd him. But RP is now unused.
Yes. Yeah, so... Well, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Because I'm, like... You know, everybody now knows what's coming. And to be honest, Puck versus Bane, the trade-off was not good for 0Respect. So,
yeah, I agree.
Would they go back in, or just the moment that the game, you know, is back, would they just, you know, run away from the jungle? I think that might be the smartest play.
Before they start, you should get a broadcast channel.
Oh, whoops. Oops, I was here. Oh, yes, that's me. Yay! Ah, that was close. I forgot.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm here. Waiting for the tags. Well.
Yeah, so I don't know. So we're back to... I mean, Funzy will still probably die, I think. If it's the save that I think it is. Yeah, we're going at 29-31, so... Bane is dead, Funzy is alive, but there's like 3 people right there. Clockwork, I think, will just not engage at all, so he won't get RP'd.
Okay, so
which is actually... It's fine for both teams, because I don't think RP for Clock is that amazing of a usage of the spell anyway.
Yeah, they'll just let him die. Let the puck die, get out while you can. Basically. Because Puck is still gonna die, right?
Puck, I think, will almost certainly die. I don't see how Funzy lives. If I remember the moment correctly that we're coming back into.
Get ready. Well,
it starts paused, right?
It starts paused, and we still have to wait until the big thingy explosion comes. Let's give people some view again. We're waiting for the load-in. Game is paused, and towers explode. Puck is alive. He just killed Bane. Bane is dead.
Yeah.
Clockwork is about to hook in. Is probably going to decide not to. I would assume. Actually, it's mid-hook. He used his hook shot.
He totally did. It's on the
and Bane is actually in 2 locations. Oh no, one is
No, one is the replicate, yeah.
Yeah. One is the replicate. Okay, so Clockwork is mid-hook. Which is interesting. Who did he hook upon? Like,
no, this is just on pause. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're worried about.
Oh, Clockwork could still run, actually. They still get the puck, who shouldn't be able to run from this. Bane is dead, as Bane is... Yeah, he's dead.
They got the kill for Alk this time. I actually think this is very good, because Alk should make a mechanism.
Yes. Sitting on 1400 gold, he's actually not that far. But, yeah. Clockwork survives. So, that happened.
Yes.
What was this? Ooh! I have not seen the Hudskin virtue thingies before. With 3 virtues or something? Anyways, I'm in a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Hudskin.
It's for the...
It's a horse. Got a horsey. Yay. It's not that pretty, actually. It's kind of distracting.
It's okay.
It's distracting.
It's very busy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I made people see it. That's good enough. This is a nice one. Anyways, so... Kinda, I always feel like a pause like this, which is pretty long, pretty disruptive for a cast, for the players. You kind of start with a clean slate, I find. You have to refine your game sense, refine the momentum, you know, the flow, kind of.
It's a big momentum stopper, definitely. But I don't think either team had amazing momentum prior to this, so it's okay.
But who do you think like favors this pause more? Is it clearly that 0Respect is the favorite one since Clockwork did not die?
Right. I think it's good for Cleave, actually. It lets them sort of take stock. I mean, Alk doesn't stun himself and get stuck. He can sort of keep moving around. And the Morphling rotates top. They're not committing to the Clockwork and spending a lot of time on it. And honestly, like, they need to figure out how they're going to actually win late game. Because in theory, they should be favorite, but they haven't really been winning fights.
Oh, we are going to see Hakon in a lot of trouble. We have got a Pluck, hook, shot, and a kill. Infest out. You already saw Lifestealer sitting inside of that one. Nice smoke gank. Solid kill. Magnus might not be the highest priority.
It's a great kill.
But it's great because Magnus is the one that can stop a push like they're gonna do for now.
Yeah, and actually Magnus is really farming hard to try to get this Lincoln Sphere as well, and that holds him off of it for quite a while. Like, he's got the recipe already. That's kind of what we expected, I think, you and I, but
yeah,
it makes sense that he's making it.
Yeah. At the same time, A-Dash is the pushing though. Oh, might be some trouble. Dream Coil comes out. Oh, there comes the Ethereal Blade, but he'll get doomed, and he'll actually end up dying, I believe. We'll try to run. He's already morphing his strength. Knew it was coming. We'll just try to distract them. Try to just make them work for it. Buy time, but he's dead. Like, best you can do is buy time.
Not good that Morph keeps dying like this. And you saw it though, as you mentioned multiple times, Shiva, the Ethereal Blade. Not the highest impact thing when you get it this late and you just start trying to murk people with a mobile lineup like this. And now he feels like he's pressured to make BKB and Ethereal and Lincolns. So we're going to have 2 Lincolns on this team and BKB. Basically an investment of 14,000 gold to keep a Morphling alive who doesn't do that much damage. Is that worth it? It's tough to say.
They're gonna rely a lot on the Templar Assassin to do the damage. That's what it's
They
gonna
are,
come
and
down
luckily he has crit, so
Yeah.
he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, oh, Roshan will be taken down by 0Respect. I do believe that Khalif is feeling this one. And they have got a blink RP, so this is pretty scary. Hookshot comes in though. It is actually 0Respect that initiates, and they already finished off the Bane. So that means no Fiend Script on Jural this time. He can just do his thing. They go for the BKB Templar Assassins, who will not get bashed or anything like that, and just teleports herself out. But it's 3 dead. Morphling, of course, was still dead, so wasn't able to be there anyway. But the Bane picked up, as well as the Magnus, which are probably the highest control heroes that Cleve has for a fight like this. This is a clean Roshan.
Yeah, they get the Roche, they completely shut down the ultimate base team fight, as you said. I mean, no Fiend's Grip, no RP. This is starting to get really kind of rough for Cleve. They're not able to put their combo into effect, and Morphling is needing to go incredibly defensive. In fact, they're continuing to make defensive items. The mech, which I feel will be like a little more team fight, they're focusing more on the Heaven's Halberd to disarm the Lifestealer and try to take less damage from him. But again, it's very reactive.
Yeah.
I think the momentum is now very much solidly in 0Respect's favor.
Is this item builds? Because they were doing so well. Like, what happened?
Radiant's middle tower.
I feel that they took some pretty bad fights, and they're getting outplayed by Clockwork. Like, in a couple fights that they should have won handily, Clockwork. Oh, like, look at this. Why are they here?
Dream Crow at 2, Gale as well. There's already Bane dead, and Alchemist will get picked up as well. Like, no problem.
It's just poor positioning there. What did Bane and Alchemist hope to accomplish without the help of Morphling or Magnus?
They were running in
Magnus, of course, got
for a
doomed.
stun, but that's it.
I mean, maybe they were expecting that the Magnus wouldn't get... Probably they thought that the Doom wouldn't go off. Like, the Magnus would not get doomed, and he did, so they completely failed. Doom is now making Refresher, the best item in the game.
Oh. Puck did not actually die from the Ethereal Blade, which is the reason why you buy it, is so you can blow someone up so you can fight 4 versus 5 in theory.
This is Rax, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so too. There's really not that much they can do, and they have to be careful not to throw too much away. Oh, that refraction! It is not enough though. That's gonna be another kill going the way of 0Respect. Templar Assassin is forced to buy back. The Rex should still die though, but they're gonna have to let this go, or at least make they can't afford to lose a fight. They cannot afford to lose a fight. Funzy
dodged it again.
Yep. Alive again. A-Dash in some trouble. Getting bashed as well. It's morphing into strength, but it's not enough. Another kill goes the way of the Venomancer this time, as Doom is actually chasing the Magnus out of his own base. And it is Puck that still dies. Buys back, however. This fight is 0Respect just having control over the base of Cleve, as the BKB Templar Assassin walks back again. And Bane dead for the second time in this same fight. They could have just gone for the Puck dies again for the same fight. He was actually there. Like, 0Respect is making some weird plays now as well, though. They're split up all over the place.
It's okay.
But
They already took one set of racks. They still have Aegis on Lifestealer.
Yep.
This is mid. I think that's game, honestly.
It might be. We already see the Doom picked up. That's something that Cleve is getting, but that Morphling is still dead for another half minute. And really, they could have just waited for 0Respect to take the racks, take the Rex and get out of the base again. Because they wouldn't want to commit too far, and that would have been okay, but right now they're committing so far that they're forced to fight even more, and they're running in one by one, and they might get some kills, but this is not worth it. Like,
not having a mech this entire time has definitely hurt too, because they just, when one person gets caught out, you could try to keep them alive with the mechanism long enough for the rest to sort of reinforce, but it's just not happening. And Doom, again, they needed... Part of this is draft, I have to say. Like, not banning Doom when you plan to run the lineup like this, where a single Doom at an inappropriate time really just messes up your entire chances, is... I don't know, it's strange. I feel like maybe it was even a better ban over Rubik, although I understand why they banned Rubik.
Yeah. It's... Oh, it's worrisome. Well, they are only still... They only lost 1 Rex in the end.
I think Watermelon's done. Yeah, it's done.
On the Doom. Wait, no, not on the Doom. What?
Yeah, on the Doom. Watermelon for Doom, Abyssal for
Lifestealer.
It's just really rough.
2 Dooms. Now, we talked about, you know, the choice that you have to make either Templar Assassin or a Morphling. Well, no need for that anymore. You can, like, even the Magnus right now, because...
Magnus and Morph, yeah.
Yeah. That RP,
or
that
Magnus
5
and
and
T8,
RP.
because again, what the hell is Morph doing, right? Like, all he does is ethereal someone and it doesn't even kill them. Like, you don't need to Doom the Morph anymore, he's kind of a non-factor.
He'll survive. Like, You know, he'll be there in strength morphing and stuff, but he will not be that big of a factor. Not as much of a factor as Magnus can be. They know where they are, though. They saw them with the flare. It is a hook shot in, Infest out. This is already Stress and Hakon. The RP still hits upon 2, but they're in the trees, and that is actually making it very difficult for them to attack. A-Dash from the low right now. From the low ground, can't really do anything. A second Doom already coming out as well. A-Dash is already dead. Abyssal Blade used on a Templar Assassin who will get picked up, and Stress will now go down as well. There's only one survivor. It is the Bane. That is GG, and that was a last final Hail Mary that they kind of didn't really think about in terms of positioning, I think. Didn't they smoke?
Who smoked? Cleve?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. I don't think they smoked. No. But they got completely caught out either way. That was amazing positioning from 0Respect though. Those cogs?
Yeah.
Those cogs were amazing.
Pushing the Morphling to the low ground, I mean, yeah.
I think Clockwork really had an insanely strong game, in my opinion. I think he really, when Puck and Doom were just getting constantly ganked and dominated across the map, Clockwork was always there just to make it turn bad trades into at least even trades and delay until Lifestealer's Midas really... Two things happened with these one-roll players. Lifestealer went Midas and then just pure damage. Morph didn't go Midas and then went these sort of pseudo-defensive but then late shotgun. It was just such a confused approach that they took.
Yeah.
And ended up really costing them because Morph was just not a factor.
And it was probably they started out so well. I really thought that they were gonna have it, but dropping fights, as you said, taking bad fights, and some of the item choices not entirely the way that things should have gone.
They only got 2 big RPs, I think.
Yeah. Well,
they
got a bit more.
Because they didn't concoction. Yeah. But they got a few. I mean, they got some good 2-man RPs, but there was only one huge RP, and even that they didn't get the concoction off, so it was an even trade in that fight. Just not
Fair
quite
enough.
there. They had this combo-based lineup and they didn't quite combo properly. But I do have to say, if there was a weaker player and not the Clockwork player, I think they would have won anyway. But just Clock kept it together.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have ourselves another game. It will be this time Meet Your Makers taking on Team Ascendance. There you go. It's my old guild name. It's cool.
Right.
It's also best of one because this was a loser bracket match. So Cleve is now out of the tournament as a third team to be dropped out of the Yardwide Festival. We're going to jump ourselves to another loser bracket match. So again, a best out of one to decide if Team Ascendance or if Meet Your Makers will be the ones to stay in the Yardwide Festival. Stick around because the next game should be up real shortly.